Hey guys, it is ToProForuGames Adam, and today I have a very interesting video. Today I'll be ranking all of the types of zombies currently within Bo4 zombies from worst to best. Real quick before we jump into our results from our previous sound quiz, the way I am ranking these zombie types is not by how hard they are to kill, but how annoying they are to deal with when playing zombies. So on our previous sound quiz, I gave you guys a super easy sound, and pretty much all of you got this one right. If you have played Rush within Bo4 zombies, you knew exactly what that sound was right away. So congrats to all of you who said picking up points in Rush. Like I said, a super easy one. Today's sound though is going to be a little bit harder. I think it's definitely a little bit harder than our previous sound quiz, so good luck to all of you with that sound right there. Of course, guys, if you're new here and you enjoy Bo4 Zombies content, hit that sub button. If you are subbed, turn on notifications. And you know what? I haven't done a like goal in a very long time on a video, so let's see if we can smash 1K likes on today's video. And besides that, let's go ahead and start ranking these zombie types. Starting things off here in the number 15 spot, I don't know what the official name is for this zombie. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments below. This is that red zombie on Dead of the Night. I call it the demon zombie, and this guy spawns in either around 35 plus, or if you're doing the Alistair's Annihilator Wonder Weapon upgrade, he'll spawn in once you activate that coffin step. This guy is pretty much a vampire zombie except stronger, and on top of that, he can jump on your face like a denizen. Why in the world do we want a repeat of denizens here in Bo4 Zombies? So obviously I have to put it here in the 15th spot, because if it reminds me of a denizen, it's clearly the most annoying type of zombie right now in Bo4. Coming in at the number 14 spot, one of the most annoying type of zombies right now in Bo4 Zombies easily goes to the vampire zombies on Dead of the Night. These guys are super annoying and super frustrating sometimes because, first of all, there are way too many of these guys that spawn in every single round with the zombies. They are very fast. They actually have a decent amount of health. They can attack you and do multiple hits within a couple of seconds, so you can literally get cornered by these guys and insta down just because they hit you so fast. And on top of that, when they do hit you, you kind of have this like red screen effect on your screen. It kind of throws you off. So these guys on Dead of the Night would be a great dog round, but having them spawn in with the zombies, honestly, it's just way too much. Coming in at the number 13 spot on today's list, we have the Nova Crawlers from Classified. And the reason why I have them in the 13th spot is because in Bo4 Zombies, they are way more annoying than they were back in Bo1. In Bo1, it really wasn't that big of a deal. Like, sure, it kind of slowed you down. Sure, your screen was a little bit blurry. But man, here in Bo4, I swear, having that Nova 6 gas or those crawlers explode right by your feet, it's literally like getting hit with a flashbang. Thankfully, on Classified, a gun like the Winter's Howl, for example, which is probably the best gun on that map, when you kill the Nova Crawlers with that gun, they don't release that gas, so it really isn't a big deal. But there are some times when you're in the labs and you don't have that gun, where you kill one of these guys, they explode, and you have to run through that one hallway, and it slows you down, it distorts you, you have no idea what's going on, and it's really easy to die when you're in this Nova 6 gas. Coming in at the number 12 spot, we have the Blightfather, and Blightfather is obviously one of the most annoying kinds of zombies here in Bo4. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because the Blightfather is kind of that boss zombie on Voyage and IX, and it's kind of the biggest boss zombie outside the boss fight. And the Blightfather, for the most part, really isn't that bad, but there are some attacks that can be really devastating, like that tongue. If you're not expecting that, it can really mess you up, or those kind of acid shots he shoots, those shots, if like 2 of those hit you, you're dead. And there are so many times where I just don't notice that he spawned in and he wrecks me because I'm just so surprised by him. Coming in at the number 11 spot, we have the ice/water zombies, and these guys are incredibly annoying because they make the other zombie types just more powerful, and they actually like significantly increase their health. There are times where I have a gun that's doing pretty good against normal zombies. All of a sudden this guy spawns in, he makes my entire horde more powerful, and all of a sudden my gun is absolutely trash because they get that much stronger. Honestly, I don't remember if they'll make the special zombies stronger, like for example the gladiator or the brawler. I don't think they do, but I know for sure they make the tigers stronger and the normal zombies stronger. So whenever I see an ice zombie spawn in, I want to kill this guy as fast as I can. Coming in at the number 10 spot, we have the good old fire zombie, and the fire zombie honestly isn't really a big deal. Like, there are some times where this guy is, you know, easy to kill. There are some times where this guy surprises you and absolutely wrecks you. The thing about the fire zombies, though, is these guys are super slow moving zombies. They slowly roam around the map, and once you get like 20 plus, 25 plus, you'll have like a group of, you know, 2, 3, sometimes 4 of these guys kind of walking together, and when you turn a corner, all of a sudden you have 4 of these guys there. And there are times where I'm playing and I leave a zombie and I think I only have 1 zombie left. I turn a corner and I got 3 fire zombies just chilling right there, exploding and insta-downing me. Or if you're just low health, right? You're training, you're low health, you're 1 hit or 2 hits, and all of a sudden this guy's there and downs you. So for the most part, fire zombies aren't too bad, but at the same time, they're kind of annoying. In the number 9 spot, we have another fire zombie, and this is from Voyage of Despair. It's the Stoker, and the Stoker, for me, is kind of in the middle. He's not too annoying, but there are times where he can be annoying. So first up, he's kind of weak. Like, it's pretty easy to kill this guy, especially if you have the Kraken, or you have a Monkey Bomb, or you have an SDM or a Hellion. You know, no problem. This guy will die pretty quick. But once you get into like those higher rounds, like 25 plus, 30 plus, this guy spawns in a ton, especially in co-op. Like, 2-player, I was on 30 plus, this guy would be spawning in like 10 times a round. It was insane. And since Voyage is a pretty close quarters map and you're not training in an open spot, this guy can easily catch you off guard and down you. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we have the electric zombie, and this guy is rarely an inconvenience, but the thing is, when he is an inconvenience, he can be really annoying. So the electric zombie kind of shoots out this kind of like tornado of electricity in a certain direction. If you happen to be standing in that spot where he shoots, then you get completely blinded for like a couple of seconds. And like I said, it's very uncommon for you to actually get hit by this electricity, but when you do, it can be really, really annoying and easily down you. Coming in at the number 7 spot, we have Brutus from Blood of the Dead, and Brutus here in Bo4 is a lot harder than he was back in Bo2 zombies, because in Bo2, like the ray gun Mark II, for example, would one-shot Brutus, or some guns would instantly melt him. Here in Bo4, he's a lot stronger, and the big thing is you have multiple Brutus spawns every single round. Sometimes you have like 2 Brutuses coming at you at once, and since he's more of a bullet sponge, he can be a little bit annoying. For the most part, he's not that much of an inconvenience. Into the number 6 spot, we have the Werewolf from Dead of the Night, and the Werewolf is an amazing boss zombie. It's probably one of my favorite boss zombies in all of COD Zombie, just because he is so unique. The only thing about the Werewolf is when you first open up Pack-a-Punch, which is usually like around round 10 or round 9, round 8, somewhere in there, and you open those gates initially and he spawns in, he can be really tough to kill, especially if you don't have like a decent gun. He's an absolute bullet sponge, but once you have silver bullets and some papped guns, he is absolutely no problem, and with some guns you can insta-kill him. In the number 5 spot, we have the Poison Zombie. The Poison Zombie is easily the least annoying catalyst zombie here in Bo4 Zombies. Honestly, he doesn't really do all that much. All he does is when you kind of get close to him, you kind of take a very small amount of damage, and the effects on screen make it seem like you're taking a lot more damage than you actually are, so he really isn't a big deal. It's kind of more of a mind game that this guy plays with you, but for the most part, he is not annoying at all and super easy to kill. In the number 4 spot, we have the dogs, and the dogs, like, come on, these guys are super easy to kill. I absolutely love the dogs too, especially when you have a ton of these guys spawning in. It's like 1 or 2 shots and they're dead. They give you a ton of XP, but there are times where you can just get overwhelmed by dogs. These guys are quick if you're out of ammo or you're reloading or something like that. Dogs can easily kind of like team up and down you pretty easily, but for the most part, that doesn't happen too often, and dogs are pretty easy to kill. Also, I forgot to mention that this also includes tigers, so tigers slash dogs. Now, originally, I was planning on giving tigers their own slot, but since they are now so similar to dogs, and sure, tigers do more damage, but you don't have as many tigers spawning in as you would dogs, so in a way, they kind of balance out, and they're both super easy to kill. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have the normal zombies, and there's not much to say about these guys. The majority of the zombies we fight in the zombies mode, and they're just there. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have the Brawler Zombie from IX or 9, whatever you call it, and the Brawler Zombie is, of course, very similar to the Gladiator, except he has one attack that is kind of annoying, and that is when he jumps and then lands where you were when he first jumped, and does like 4, 5, 6 super fast melee attacks, and sometimes you don't even have to be standing in that spot. You can be behind him and he'll still kill you, but there are times where he kind of just comes out of nowhere and jumps at you and can instant down you, but that doesn't happen too often. The one thing I love about this guy is he is really satisfying to kill. Coming in at the number 1 spot, there's only one zombie type left, and that is the Gladiator from IX or 9, and the thing about the Gladiator is he's a slow-moving zombie. He kind of runs, you know, towards the end of a round, or if his helmet is off. But for the most part, he isn't that annoying. That axe throw can get you sometimes, but again, not much of an issue. The thing about this guy is he is just the perfect special zombie. He is so incredibly satisfying to kill. Hearing that armor go off as you shoot him, if you have a super powerful gun, being able to melt him in like 2 or 3 shots is super satisfying, and he just doesn't really interfere that much with the normal zombies, and that's why I think this is the best zombie type within Bo4. So there you have it, guys. That was me ranking every single zombie type here in Bo4 from worst to best. Let me guys know in the comments right now, what other worst to best would you like to see within Bo4 Zombies? And besides that, I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace out.